Another week, another astrology video with the astrologically intuitive words of the week. I'm so happy to have you here. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Felicity Fletcher. I'm an avid reader, a hopeful author, and a practicing witch and astrologer. And I like doing these weekly astrology videos. They are low budget, but I just want to get the information out to you, and I want to get you intuitive words for each day of the week to help you have the best week possible. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Let me know how you like this. Let's jump into the astrology. This video is covering the week of Sunday, August 31st through Saturday, September 6th. For Sunday the 31st, we don't really have any astrology to talk about, but the word of the day is going to be logic. We're starting this week with a very logical view of the world. Let's see where we end the week. On Monday the 1st, we have Saturn retrograding back into Pisces. So earlier this year, we talked about when Saturn moved from Pisces to Aries. It went retrograde, now it's moving back into Pisces. It's going to be in Pisces until February 13th of this year, or next year, and then it's going to move back into Aries, and it's not going to go into Pisces until its next cycle around the sun. This is a time for us just to reflect. The move back into Pisces will bring up some old lessons that we need to learn. It's going to be kind of that final test of what did we change while Saturn was in Pisces? What did we adapt? What did we learn? And what can we apply to the future? Take a time to reflect back on what the past couple of years have been like for you, but really focusing on your spiritual sense of self, your beliefs. How have your beliefs changed? What do you see differently about the world and your place in it? On Monday, we also have the moon moving into Capricorn, which is a lot more structured than the energy of Saturn retrograde. The moon in Capricorn is about planning. It is about building the walls of a house, about having the floor plan in place, of knowing where everything's going to go. It's a very productive energy. That is why the word of the day for Monday the 1st is going to be the future. Yes, we are going to be focusing on lessons from the past, but we need to remember to apply those to the future. These lessons that Saturn retrograde is bringing up for us, we need to be ready to move forward, to learn, to apply what we've learned. And the Capricorn moon is going to help us prepare for the future. Then on Tuesday, the 2nd, Mercury is going to enter Virgo. When Mercury is in Virgo, everything dealing with speech, communication, learning, education is going to be focused a lot more on precision. It's a good time to really figure out what systems are in place that are useful, what systems need to are just not helping, which ones are pushing you forward, helping you stay organized, helping you have that precision you need, and what isn't. Are there a bunch of emails that get sent out at work that are worthless? Virgo's ready to get rid of those. Are there meetings that could have been emails? Virgo's ready to make those emails. This is a time where we can get lost in the detail. Things can get very dry. There's not a lot of humor in Virgo. It's all about kind of everything is just black and white. It's this or that. It's very cut and dry. We have to just be careful not to let that overwhelm us, especially for people that don't have a lot of earth energy. This can be really hard for people that have a lot of fire, a lot of Sagittarius, people that like excitement, people that like that humor in life. It can be a little bit difficult, and we just have to remember to always continue to look at the big picture. Virgo is the foundation that we build everything off of. But when we're building the foundation, we can't get lost in just looking at the foundation. We have to figure out where the rooms are going to go, where items are going to go in those rooms. We have to look at the big picture. But it's giving us a really good chance to analyze. And that's why that is the word for Tuesday. For Wednesday the 3rd, we start with Mars square Uranus. This is a exciting and difficult energy. This is an energy that brings with it a lot of change to your daily routines. A lot of it is very unexpected. give up on any routines you have. Whatever your routine normally is Wednesday, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. We need to take extra time on Wednesday. Mistakes are more likely. Uranus is going to come in and disrupt a lot of things. It's going to disrupt that precision that this Virgo Mercury is really, really working on. It is a time that we can use that energy, though. It's not just disrupting, it's also bringing with it different perspectives. A lot of opportunity to really learn, to grow. We just have to double check what we're doing. We have to think twice. We have to measure twice and cut once. It's that kind of stuff, and we need to just postpone some things. We need to avoid anything spontaneous. If you have business meetings, maybe try not to have them on Wednesday. It won't go very well. And a lot of unexpected things are going to come up, which is why the word for Wednesday is unexpected. Moving on to Thursday the 4th, the first thing we have the moon moving into Aquarius. This is a lot more freeing energy compared to that structure of Capricorn. Things are going to flow a little bit more. We're going to tend to be a little bit more social. Aquarius really looks at society and community as a whole. So we're going to want to get involved in society. We're going to want to get involved in community. Unusual things are going to happen. We're dealing with Aquarius, we're dealing with Uranus. Expect the unexpected. At the same time, we also have Mars square Jupiter. Jupiter is a happy, optimistic, fun planet. So whenever it squares something, the energy is not as rough, or as just damaging as a lot of squares can be. So when two planets square each other, they're fighting. They are too close to get things done the way they want to by themselves, but they're too far away to work together. And so they don't really get along. Now, with Mars square Jupiter, it is going to bring in some energy. That fight from Mars is going to escalate some energy. It's a good time to start new projects, but it's a very coarse, it's a very unfinished energy. So it's not going to be organized. It's not going to be spontaneously good. It's going to be something where we have this energy, but we still have a battle with it. There is going to be a lot of people making rash decisions during this time, which we need to avoid, but we also have to be careful because those rash decisions can escalate into attacks, they can escalate into accidents. So we just need to take extra time on Thursday the 4th. We need to use this energy. We need to know that there's going to be this excess energy, but we also need to know it's not a smooth energy. There's bumps with it. There's difficulties with it. So we know what to do, and we know to be patient with other people who don't. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be very impulsive. That's why the word for Thursday is impulsive. We need to keep ourselves from being too impulsive, but we also need to watch out for other people who are going to be just giving in to that energy. And this isn't a time to give in to the energy. Friday the 5th, we don't have astrology to talk about, but this is going to be a day that we can cleanse, we can recover, we can clear ourselves from the energy from before. That's why the word for Friday is cleanse. And finally, we have Saturday the 6th. We're starting with Uranus going retrograde. I don't talk a lot about what that means because the bigger planets go retrograde a lot. So it's not too big of a deal until they start switching signs. So Uranus is going to be retrograde until February 3rd. And at one point during that time, it's going to retrograde back into Taurus. And that's when we're going to be discussing more about Uranus retrograde. It is a little bit of pulling us back from different things, a little bit of reflecting, but it's not going to be a big deal right away. The moon is also going to be moving into Pisces, which is a very dreamy time. When the moon's in Pisces, boundaries don't exist, which is not a good thing because this means that people are going to be in our space. People are going to be kind of inserting themselves where they're not wanted. So we just need to be patient during that time. We have to make sure we aren't doing that to other people. details get overlooked while the moon's in Pisces. The moon in Pisces is all about just going with the flow, living in a dream world. Pisces lives in its own world, and that world does not always connect with reality. And so as we have more and more people that are in their own world, and everybody has a different world from each other, it can be difficult, and a lot of people can react and can be very sensitive when things don't line up the way that they thought. So we just have to be patient. But that's also why the word of the day for Saturday the 6th is sensitive. We just need to be ready for that. So we start off this week with a very logical, very strong energy. And towards the end of it, things are going to kind of get a little funky, get a little dreamy, get a little abstract. So my advice for this week, put in the work while we can. At the beginning of the week, get started, go, do it. But as things start to unravel, just take a step back. All right, this is the time to go ahead and grab a pen, grab some paper, grab your calendar if you want, pause the video if you need to. Let's review those words. Are you ready? All right. Sunday the 31st, the word is logic. Monday the 1st, the word is future. Tuesday the 2nd, the word is analyze. Wednesday the 3rd, the word is unexpected. Thursday the 4th, the word is impulsive. Friday the 5th, the word is cleanse. Saturday the 6th, the word is sensitive. And my phrase for the week, put in the work while we can. Thank you so much for watching this the whole way through. You hear the spiel every time. If you want to support this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. But all I really ask is you come back next week. I'll see you then.